All conversations and information exchanged during What If Nothing's Wrong podcast with Heidi Haddad, LCSW, are intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please do not confuse this with treatment, therapy, or psychotherapeutic advice or guidance. The information on these podcasts is supplemental and not meant to interfere with the therapeutic work between you and your professional therapist, counselor, or psychiatrist. Please understand that Heidi Haddad does not maintain the role of your psychotherapist, but rather offers an educated, professional perspective from that of a licensed clinical social worker.
When your anxiety is crippling and you're stuck inside your head, find your joy, find your joy. When your man won't touch you but you wanna have a baby, find your joy, find your joy. When you're walking down the street and you get punched in the face, find your joy, find your joy. When you wanna fire a bazooka at your neighbor's barking dog, find your joy, find your joy. Find your joy.
You're good.
We're good to go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to What If Nothing's Wrong. I'm Nelsie Spencer, a woman who was once almost on the Gong Show. I'm joined by Heidi Haddad, who has the best dressed 6-year-old in Manhattan, and by Ronnie Whaley, who has more cats and pugs than one person should have. Hi, guys.
It's true.
Wow.
She wrote for this episode.
I know.
I did some writing.
Prepared for this.
I wanted to be creative about the introductions.
Oh my God! Don't lose the accents. These not even accents. These pretend somethings.
Oh. So, hi guys, how are ya? Oh, they're both quiet. They're waiting for the other one.
You know what it is, Nelsie, is that your hellos are so exuberant and high that there's not much to do except to say hi.
There's no space. There's no space. I filled it up.
Oh, you have to top it. You know what, Nelsie? I feel amazing.
Exactly.
That's the only way to respond to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Heidi, how are you doing?
Unbelievable!
Oh my God. We just lost everybody right there. This is a basketball game.
I have to say, Ronnie saying, Nelsie, I'm unbelievable was my favorite thing ever.
Even when you answer the phone, when we talk on the phone, you answer the phone like, hi, it's very nice. It's you sound excited to hear from me, even though inside you might not be, but on the outside you seem, and I'm always like, oh, hi, Nelsie. It instantly I instantly feel delighted.
Okay. I didn't know didn't know if it was going to be annoyed, better. I wasn't quite sure.
No, it's a positive thing. I think both Ronnie and I, who both operate at a lower lower tenor, whatever, lower register, both don't know. I mean, I think I would like to respond the way Ronnie normally does, which is hi.
That's kind of creepy.
Hi.
Okay, you're spending way too much time alone. You and the kittens.
Kitten stories.
Do you have kitten stories? Really? Because you know how much Heidi likes a kitten story.
I found out that
Nelsie just was like this, like, ooh, that one. Heidi loves it.
You don't find out their genitalia till like a couple months, and then if you want to really check, we went to the vet today. You got to like press in to their crotch, and it pops out their genitalia. Yeah,
that's nice. So that's a good little.
You know
what? Maybe make a little TikTok video of that. That would be nice.
Yeah, I think I'll be taken down.
I don't even know what to say to that. I really don't. That's amazing.
Just information.
Thanks, Ronnie. That really is not the story I expected to hear when you said I have kitten stories. It didn't.
Well, that's the latest.
That.
So
that's the latest. Heidi, what's new, darling?
Well, so last night on Twitter, I did my little prompt was about relationships and communication being a dance.
Absolutely.
We talked a little bit about this in the last podcast, but about if you change the dance that you're in, you should expect a little discomfort, a little pushback from the other people in your life. But ultimately upending the routine is good for you. And so somebody named at formerly Fat Mom wrote, deciding to focus intensely on getting healthy and fit really screwed up the dance of inertia we had become so accustomed. I never imagined how threatened my partner would feel when I took charge of my body. Ooh. And I've heard this actually from various people over the span of my life, both professionally and personally, where there's pushback. It's you want to join your partner really ultimately on some level if they're being healthy, but sometimes it's you want to join your partner, but you have your own insecurities and can't keep up, or feel like you can't keep up, or
maybe even if there's this dynamic of like, I'm the healthy and skinny one, and there's some comfort in that role that I'm the healthy and skinny one, and you're the one who feels bad about yourself because you're fat. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just making it up, obviously.
I mean, right? I think there's definitely one scenario.
Right?
It's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And sometimes it's just the basic reality of changing what you're eating in the house. If there's a particular foods you eat, there are particular, you always go to so and such restaurant, or you always share such and such a food, or somebody's making XYZ. And now suddenly that person has removed themselves from that dynamic. And food is a very important part of
a
relationships with people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I went vegan, it was a big thing.
When you went to smoothies for the first part of your day, changed everything.
No, when I stopped eating meat, when I stopped eating chicken and fish, because that's what all I ate before, and dairy and eggs, like I thought about going vegan for a long time, but I didn't, for a variety of reasons. But one of them was, oh my God, it'll just upset the apple cart. If Doug and I go out to dinner, will we have to change our restaurants? Will Doug be annoyed? And, but he's gotten really good at cooking tofu. I'll just say that. But
veggie burgers.
Veggie burgers. But I thought about it. It was something that I thought, and I thought I'd get more pushback than I did, actually, because, whatever. I mean, it's easy to go, oh, just eat some fucking cheese for Christ's sake, so what, it has Parmesan on, it's not surprising when you try to change the dynamic. And like you said, food is a very specific thing,
which is about community. It's intimate. There's community, there's expectation, you might be doing it 3 times a day, you might not, but either way, there's just something that is a shared reality, an expectation, an intimacy, a connection that the other person is going to push back and feel possibly disconnected from you, and not from the person who's made the change, and unable to articulate that. And instead it comes out as anger, resentment, belittling, frustration. Ooh. Why can't you just eat? Blah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Criticism. Yeah. Did I say that one? All of those things. So again, circling back to communication being so key. And I know you want to put this on a mug, communication.
Communication. I want it on a mug. I really do.
But it's important to be able to have that, say, oh, wow, I realize that I'm really struggling with your change in lifestyle or eating lifestyle, or even someone who's now exercising all the time.
Yeah.
When you're expecting your person to be hanging around doing nothing and sitting on the couch, they're now got to go, and they have more energy because they're exercising all the time, and they have more different interests. And you notice that people notice that when somebody starts exercising on a regular basis, which of course is what every person who exercises says, is their whole reality changes, their perspective on life. They have more energy. They feel more motivated. They're happier.
Every time I work
on some
out,
level.
Every time I work out, I say to Doug, you know what? I think I'm really back in a groove now. I really like it. I'm so happy. I do. And then 3 days go by. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen.
And she's in the corner weeping. And he said, what's wrong? I haven't exercised.
I didn't work out. I'm a bad person. I hate myself. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a whole other podcast.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
I mean, it's a real thing, right?
Happens.
I mean, but that is a real thing too, where if you don't do something, you're then beating yourself up for not eating what you're supposed to be eating. But that's, again, a totally different conversation, which there's room here for that, just not today.
There's room here for that.
Let's circle back to that.
For that.
Write it down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'm going to say, I am going to go off on that tangent a little bit, because one of the things I notice as a person who meditates and does affirmations, and I do those things to help to help my mood and my self-esteem. When I don't do it, I'm like, oh, you didn't meditate today. You didn't do your affirmations. Like suddenly it's like it's okay. So I didn't today. That's okay. Can I still love, like I'm doing them. So I'll love myself. Right. And I'll give myself a break. It's so crazy. So I've just recently decided I love myself even if I don't do my affirmations.
It's irony.
That is irony. That is the affirmation. I love my affirmations. I love myself when I do my affirmations. I love myself when I don't do my affirmations. I love myself.
Well, one of my affirmations is I love myself.
Affirmation. I'm in a song. Hold on. Okay, I'm done.
One of my affirmations is I love myself unconditionally, and apparently I don't. Apparently, I only love myself.
Turns out, you know what? What's so great about that, Nelsie, is you realize that. I know, your love is conditional. Your love for self is conditional, and
my love for
which
self
it is for everybody.
So yeah, I think that if one's tendency is to find out what you're doing wrong and just sort of, there's this checklist, and if I fill that checklist out, I can love myself, and that checklist could be whatever. That you'll figure out how to, you'll figure out how to mess with yourself, even if it's affirmations. So that's my discovery. And 3 days ago, I was like, what if, you know what I've been saying a lot, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
What if nothing's wrong? I have been using that saying 10 times a day. When I watch my brain start to worry about something, I have been saying to myself, what if nothing's wrong? And I tell you, every time I do, my shoulders drop a little bit. I feel a space in my chest open. I'm like, okay.
It's a great tool.
It is actually. I think I've also used it of late. And then sometimes I'm like, because there is something wrong. Oh.
Well, that's exactly what I said to Cardi the first time you mentioned it to me.
You're like, what if there is? How about that? It's working for you too, Ronnie? How's that water?
Yeah, it's great. Look, it's so big. I've been drinking so much.
Ronnie is drinking out of a tub of water.
Well,
it's like a small. What's it called?
Coffee.
What are those called? It's like a.
I have water.
It's a barrel.
Barrel. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's exactly
water. I have three different things.
No, there was somebody else at DJ Hollywood 1360 brought in technology, which is an interesting angle to take about the dance. He wrote, I don't assume it's a he. This person, David, wrote, technology on a regular basis changes that dance. Mostly for those that are younger, we don't tend to care about scanning and TikTok, etc. That dance changes constantly. Like musical chairs, when you lose or misplace your phone, dance instantly stops.
Well, if this is their dance, oh my God.
If the dance is swiping.
Oh my God. Right? I'm doing my thumbs on my phone. Then if you lose your phone,
fake swiping, or she's really looking at her phone. We don't know for sure, but either way,
I was. Oh, what a cute kitten! No, I will say that I am on my phone more than my husband. I mean, like when Doug goes to the supermarket, he doesn't even take his phone, which I feel like is such a hostile act. It's like, how can I text you? We need fill in the blanks. If you're at the supermarket, take your phone so I can text you. Oh, by the way, we need toilet paper. Not that I have big feelings about it, but like Doug doesn't like his phone.
I think it's a little bit valid. It's an interesting.
Come on,
you tell him you feel that it's a hostile act.
No, that I wouldn't say. I only share with you and our listeners. But I say
just the general public.
Interesting.
Honey, take the phone. Yeah, back to communication.
Yes. Would you be willing to take your phone? Because I noticed that when you don't take your phone, I feel anxious because I have a need for communication and accessibility. Is that something you'd be willing to do? And if he says, I know, because I like to not have that in my space while I'm grocery shopping, okay. Then that becomes yours, Nelsie, to make sure you have an extensive list that you give him so that he gets what you need. But if
Will
he
you
says,
write
"Oh
that
yeah,
down
sure,
for
babe,
me,
no
Heidi?
problem,"
Will you write that down for me? I'm not kidding.
You
Like,
should follow it up with, "Do you even fucking care about me?" You should. That's what you should do. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Heidi, you write the first part down, and Ronnie, you write that
Yeah.
the closer. Do you even fucking care about me? Right. And then in terms of the young people, Malcolm and Samantha, and look, I see them when they're making food in the kitchen. I don't hang out with them. But there's a lot of scrolling. There's a lot of synchronized scrolling, if you know what I mean. Like, when toddlers are very little, they do parallel play. They play next to each other. They don't necessarily play with each other until they get older. There's a lot of parallel scrolling.
It's kind of insane. I watch that all the time.
What the young people do.
It's not just the young people. And not that I want to out anybody, but I see my parents doing the same thing. They're just, or they're playing games. They're both on their phones playing games.
Everybody's doing it now. Everyone's like that now. Yeah.
I'm not. I don't do that.
I constantly try to stop myself. Like, especially if I'm out or at dinner, if my phone is like this and a notification, like my phone facing up on the table, and if a notification pops up, I immediately do this. Because everyone looks at the phone. That's Ronnie
turning his phone over.
God bless you, Ronnie.
Everyone looks at the phone. I'm like, I feel like there's an obligation for me to be like, oh yeah, I should probably check with that. No, there's no.
Yeah, because I'm a neurosurgeon and somebody might need brain, what?
That's the thing.
Like,
right. Those are the two things I think. The only reason you should have your phone out when you're at dinner with friends or your partner is because you're on call as a doctor or some other on-call situation, on call for an emergency situation, or you have kids.
Exactly. Otherwise, put the phone away.
I can't think of any, or a dying or ailing family member, right? If somebody's sick and dying and also emergent. Other than that, there's no reason your phone needs to be on the table next to you, dinging.
Yeah, I feel like that's why beepers should come back. Because
remember how annoying those were? Were you even around for the beepers?
Are you even old enough for that, Ronnie?
That's you don't know what it was like.
I was tiny, but like you would get the beeper if it was only urgent, right? But your phone, it's like,
no, that's not true. You just beep 911 when it was urgent, but you'd still see 212.
It'd be selective now.
Right.
It'd be selective now, right?
Or if you were dealing drugs, you'd get the beeper. It's like,
exactly. Those are the beeper numbers that I called.
Bryant Park. Exactly.
So I see people constantly at the restaurants, couples, I'm assuming they're couples, maybe not, but that are fully in their phones across the table. What's happening?
It makes me feel a little sick inside.
It makes me feel a lot sick inside. It actually makes me feel angry. I want to lean over and say, put your phones down, please.
You brought the snap right there.
I feel that angry. It's just like, what are you doing? Look around you. Have a conversation. And if you have nothing to talk to your partner about, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Just find it in your heart or text them goodbye. I'm out of here.
Goodbye.
Whatever
peace
it
out.
is. Yeah. Peace out. I'm out. Send my food. I'm just going to wait for it to come. Pack it up. I'm out.
Have some curiosity, right? Like ask some questions. Yeah. And
that's I have something else.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I have to rant one more thing about that. Is that
go,
that's the other thing is that I
it.
noticed that that people aren't curious. That's a great way to say that because there's a decrease in, hey, how are you? What's going on with you? How's your work? How's your this? How's your kid?
Though. I think people are still curious, but they're just not upfront about it now because you can just peer into someone's life. Yeah, because you go on Instagram, you can figure out what's going on in someone's life without having to talk to them.
That's curated. Guess what? That's curated.
Of course, yeah.
And that's voyeurism. That's voyeurism also.
Some people might do a selfie.
All right, relax. I'm just
saying.
Make it,
but you make a good point. It's true. There is still a curiosity but it is
I don't have to
more
ask what you did yesterday because you sent in a picture of your frittata from brunch. So I don't have to ask you, how are you?
Your frittata. When people,
frittata is a good word.
Yeah, I don't care about your frittata. I don't care how delicious. I mean, unless, I don't know. You know what? forget I don't care. It's not about whether, because I don't do this stuff. But
you don't like frittatas?
They're delicious. You make a good point, Ronnie, about I just don't need to see a picture of yours.
Okay.
Did you see the frittatas?
Unless you're texting me personally and saying, Heidi, I have the most delicious frittata. It looks amazing. You have to see it. Check a picture. And then I say, that's great, Ronnie. Do strangers, millions of strangers need to see the frittata you have? I don't know. Then again, people who are texting or putting their frittatas out there, do they have millions of people seeing their frittata? Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay, we're again digressing. So Ronnie, you make a good point about curiosity, and I'm going to agree with Nelsie in that it doesn't. There's not a real uncurated, deep exploration, and even that conversation we had with Gloria, millennial conversation ago, about how she will be on her phone at parties because she feels anxious, and so therefore she's definitely not curious. I mean, she might feel curious inside of herself, but you wouldn't know that. You'd walk by her. 14 million people would walk by her.
Yeah, the curiosity when you're on your phone because you're uncomfortable, the curiosity probably is, I wonder if they think I'm stupid. I wonder if anyone will talk to me. I wonder, you know what I mean? You're so
that's
one
your
is
curiosity.
so internally focused. Yeah.
Would you call that curiosity or going down the rabbit hole?
Paranoia? I don't know. Yeah, going down the rabbit hole. You guys will appreciate this, I think. Callie has a new friend, which Ronnie knows about, and her name is Izzy, and she is a dog.
Callie's
and her owner, Callie is my dog, and her owner is this young woman named Sally. And I'm like, she was born in Russia. Like by the end of the 45-minute wrestle session that Callie and her dog Izzy had, I knew so much about her. She was so interesting. She was born in Russia. She was born in Georgia. Georgia's right next to Turkey, so they don't even speak Russian. She went to the Marine Reserves. She's less than 5 foot tall. She can do 12 pull-ups. I mean, because she's I think I'm a naturally curious person, and also from doing the podcast,
pull-ups.
From doing Losing It,
it's very specific. She can do 12 pull-ups.
No.
I know that's not the important takeaway here, but I'm just commenting on that. Yeah.
First of all, pull-ups are really hard. So we were talking about boot camp, and I was like, the point I'm making is if you ask people shit, you're going to find out some interesting things.
And imagine if you'd been at that play date and you'd just been on your phone. Be like, oh, the dogs are playing cool. I got some stuff to look at.
It gives me time to play Words with Friends. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know?
Is that still a thing? People still do that?
I play.
I'm sure.
I like word games, as we know.
I'm also tired of the excuse that people give of, this is a generational thing. You don't get it. Everybody's on their phones now. I'm tired of that one. I think that one's just
because
a
just because it's
excuse.
Generational, does that mean that it's okay?
Right.
That your life is all
they think it is. They think it is.
No.
I mean,
but it's so interesting because conversely,
it makes me so angry.
I feel like there's this whole other group of people, or this other look. There's a spectrum, of course, but I feel like there's also this big group of young people, if I can just use that expression, who are like, I'm going to backpack for a year. I'm going to, who are really broadening their lives and not just, oh, I'm going to get my degree and then get a 9-to-5 job. So there's also this other element, I think, of millennials and even youngers that are going a different route. That's a very cool route, a very interesting route. Silence.
What was that? The end of the story? What? Oh.
So my birthday's coming up. And Heidi's birthday is coming up, and I am horrible with doing my own birthday. I think that happened once in my life. I just am so uncomfortable with going, oh, it's my birthday. Let's all meet at a restaurant. I would rather stick pins in my eyes. And so how about you, Heidi? How are you with that?
I think birthdays are so fraught. They're fraught with.
What's fraught?
They're fraught meaning
filled with.
There's just there's so much going on. There's some people. There are all these people. Maybe not always, but maybe there are people that are saying, "What are you going to do for your birthday? What's going to happen?" And so there's this pressure, kind of like a New Year's thing or something, where you have this pressure you're supposed to celebrate and party. And then there are the people that, if they don't get that attention, feel devastated. And then there are the people that feel afraid to create their own party or invite people because what if people don't show up? And for so it's anxiety inducing. And
my palms are sweating right now just thinking about it.
And as if it's supposed to be this epic night, which I also find interesting because in China, I believe, for birthdays, the mother is celebrated, not the children. While we throw these monster extravaganza, or theoretical we do, I mean, there are just so many different ways to celebrate birthdays. And then there are people that don't even want to talk about it, don't want to talk about the fact that they're aging. And then there are the people that are like, for a month ahead of time or 2 months, it's my birthday's coming. Yeah, right, exactly. Birthday. And everything has to be about the birthday, right? Expectations of presents, no expectations of presents. Yes.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, it's my birthday month. It's like, fuck you, shut up. But yeah. I'm not able to celebrate. So, although I'm going to be in California on my birthday and I'm going, and so I'll be with.
Why aren't you able to celebrate?
Meaning I'm just not the person who can throw my own party. It's like my birthday's, what do you want to do for your birthday? I don't know. My palms sweat. I don't know. Get me something. We'll go out to dinner. That's it. That's all I can handle it.
I like to look at my birthday as a time to reflect, to be reflective of something. Or it's not to me about how big can my party be or how big can my celebration be, but also always happy to spend some nice time laughing. If I can be in a situation where I'm just laughing and joyous. The other option is always, if all these people from different parts of my life came together and celebrated at one time in a surprise way, by the way, because I don't want to orchestrate it, that seems appealing, but in reality, it's not, because I never get all my time with all these people. So it's not
and
actually.
Then you also wonder, does this friend like that friend? And
right. No. Like, is everyone having a good time because they have nothing to do with each other? Yeah.
Anxious.
So what's the birthday like for other people? Do you celebrate? Do you plan your own? Ronnie, what do? Do
you celebrate, plan your own, ignore it?
I throw parties. I throw big grand
for yourself?
Parties.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, but I don't make it about me. I make it about us getting together. That's because I love that. I love
When's your birthday,
getting together
Ronnie?
with my friends. January 14, 1996.
That is his birthday. That is the day he was birthed.
yeah.
Wow.
January 14. Awesome.
Yeah, 1996. Wow. Quezon City, Philippines. Yeah.
I know. He's like, 1996. 1996. Okay, 1996. Nelsie, you and I were 1996.
Not mentioning my date, my year.
I lived in California at the time. I was having a good time. Anyway.
All right. I was having a great
time.
And and we're welcoming back two lovely people that we now simply refer to as the Millennials, Gloria and Topher. Hi, guys. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you.
They were on an earlier episode, prompted by the belief that some people consider me and Heidi old. Maybe me being old makes sense because I'm older than Heidi, and we just needed to have some young people on to confirm the fact that we're not old at all. We're young and vibrant. and we brought them back because we wanted to check in on them and see what's happening in the millennial world. Gloria, last time we spoke to you, you had quit your job, or you had quit.
Yeah.
How's it going? Yep.
I found another job.
And
it actually I'm wearing their shirt. It's called Datadog.
Datadog.
It's an IT. I know I said I was in tech already, and it's an IT company based in New York. Yeah, they opened their office in Korea like less than 2 years ago. So I'm in the sales side right now.
Okay, that's right, guys. Gloria's in Korea, Topher's in Queens. We're so international. Ronnie's in the Philippines. Heidi's in New York, and I'm in the very exotic New Jersey.
Just want to say that Gloria talked about her new job, and that's where you went?
No, because she said she's in Korea. But Gloria, weren't you gonna take time off?
I
from
basically
working?
had like 3 months off.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, and I had a lot of free time then. Kind of traveled within Korea, and that was really nice. I felt like it was a perfect timing.
So you did it. You really did what you wanted to do.
I did.
And was it hard to make that adjustment? From being super focused and ambitious to like, hey, I'm just going to hang out for 3 months.
It was actually very difficult in the beginning I was very anxious because I had nothing to do. Like usually I would wake up at 6 a.m. to get ready for work, and I'd end up waking at 1 p.m. and I felt very unproductive.
Topher.
But after a while,
I was just going to say Topher.
Okay.
Topher, don't listen.
Nothing is wrong with waking up at 3 in the afternoon.
I mean, I'm just a morning person. Even though I was traveling, I was still somewhat anxious because I didn't know what would come next. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Heidi, would you like to comment on that as a licensed clinical social worker? Is Heidi frozen? No.
No, she's just not talking.
She's disengaged.
Comment on what? Good job on taking care of yourself. Good job on having the awareness of what was going on for you, and how lovely that you got that time off. And now you have a job that you're excited about. All seems good.
Yeah.
How's that, Nelsie?
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Heidi. Now sit back and be quiet. And Topher, check-in time.
So yeah, I'm still in school taking OT classes to become an OT. Had a long vacation, like 3 months too, in between classes. And I did the same thing. I just I spent time like traveling, hanging out with friends. And it was really cool. It was really nice. Like, I think I really needed it too, especially because of COVID and stuff. I didn't really get to do much of anything, like talk to people, go out and whatever. But this past summer, I got to travel. I went to Lake George. I stayed there for a couple weeks, and it was a really fun experience.
Why?
Awesome.
What was fun about it?
Well, we rented like a house. We had like our own place, and we just got to be, stupid young kids. I don't want to get too into it, but
so you played a lot of board games, probably, and
a lot of board games, a lot of board games,
maybe
a lot of reading,
Yes,
reading.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe planted a garden. Did some volunteered at the local community. Oh, that's so
nice. At the
nice.
local bar. Yes, yep, did that.
So you took any extra alcohol off their hands.
Mm-hmm.
You handled that for them. That's so
I
nice.
didn't want to.
Hey, by the way, Topher, I watched Snowden, and I was thinking about you the whole time.
Dude, yeah, that's me. That's 100%. Yeah,
really?
I don't like to talk about it, but it's like my life is kind of crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
It's kind of an action movie.
Just for those of you who might not have listened to the first episode, Topher was in the Army. Yes.
Yeah. Could you explain it again?
I was intelligence analyst in the Army.
Basically Edward Snowden. Like that's what you were basically him.
No, we had the same job, but we didn't do like the same exact stuff, but we had the same exact like job.
And Topher got out. He had to change his name. And
what do you think about what Snowden did? You want to talk about that?
Oh, 100%.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I can talk about it. I don't really recall exactly what he did because I know he did a bunch of stuff, but without getting into exact details, I think everything he did was right. I think that he didn't do anything wrong. He just exposed the truth, and it was the reality of the situation. And I think it's something that like Americans needed to know. U.S. government can't just get away with doing these things without having the people that they're doing this for, like their country, know. That's how I feel about it, at least.
They can get away with it, but they shouldn't. And I'm using the S word.
They can get away with it, but they shouldn't. Yeah.
It was nice knowing you, Topher.
Yeah. Ronnie, do we have a game? Are we going to play a game with these kids?
Yeah, we do have a game. I think that's your game. It's your game.
Ah.
So well, the explanation is that we've been doing, what is it? What do we call it? Guess the millennial word. And we've been giving millennial words to Heidi and Nelsie to guess the definition, like cap and
yeet. Do you guys know what yeet is?
Yeah.
See, I don't think they even know it.
I have no idea what that is.
Thank you.
You don't know yeet? Gloria, Topher knows yeet.
Well, I can explain it by like situations, but I can't explain like the exact term.
Explain it.
Explain it by situation.
It's kind of like when you like, all right, like, like in the movies when like, it's similar to when the hero like he's about to like enter the scene. He's like, he kicks the door. He's like, yeah. It's like,
what the hell? No, that's not it.
Like, no.
It's when you that's not it.
That's
it's
how
when
I
you
feel.
throw some. It's from that Vine. This shit empty. Yeet.
Yeah, it's like an energy word. It's like hey, You know, it's like.
All right.
I don't know. You know what, Topher? We're taking away.
I don't know why Ronnie's
status.
laughing at you because obviously the word and his own definition of it is just as silly.
It's not my definition.
Right. Throwing a drink into the crowd. Yeah.
It's not my
as if
definition.
That's something. That isn't a thing.
It is a thing.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
It's a thing. You guys know what band is?
Yeah.
You know what band stands for?
Bands.
Money.
What?
Gloria. Oh, there
I
you don't
don't know
it.
these. I don't know why.
What?
Gloria.
Bands that make her dance.
Yeah, bands that make it dance.
So Nelsie's got some for the two of you.
So I'm gonna go back in time.
Well, what's the rule? You have to explain the rules.
I'm gonna do a saying or a word, and you guys are each one of you is gonna guess what it is, and then at the end, I'll tell you who's right, and if you're right, you get a point.
Oh,
and whoever has the most points at the end wins.
Another time on the episode.
More episodes.
We'll go Gloria, Topher, Ronnie, then Topher, Ronnie, Gloria, then Ronnie.
Why not Heidi?
Gloria, Topher.
If Heidi will have to go last.
Oh, imagine she's the dark horse here.
Based on your history, Nelsie, of things that you've shared with us, I didn't know any of those. So
the first word is folderol.
What?
Speak up. You got a food?
There you go.
Folderol.
Who goes first?
Folderol?
Gloria.
Folderol?
Folderol.
Oh, well, so
is it
before
like a
you even
saying?
answer, wait, before Gloria even goes, is this an expression thing? Are you doing just to be?
This is a word.
You're not just picking a word from the Webster's dictionary, right?
Like, is this like an SAT word?
Right? I'm like, origin, please.
Yeah, are we doing like define this word, or you're doing an expression from a time?
Well,
once upon a time?
I'm bringing a word from back in the day.
Okay,
that
just checking.
People use
that
right
now. Got it.
Folderol. Bunch of nerds. What the
Could
heck?
you spell it, please?
Doesn't even sound cool. Okay.
Oh, was cool a prerequisite? I didn't really know that.
Sounds like a Harry Potter, like folderol. It's like, boof.
Hey, Gloria, what do you think it is?
Wait a minute,
your
Gloria's
turn.
going first.
Sorry.
Folderol?
Spell it.
Falderal. Oh no, Folderol. Folderol.
Doesn't help.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Folderol. It sounds like a medicine.
Medicine? It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gloria thinks it's a medicine. Okay. Topher. Topher had a pretty good guess, I thought.
Oh crap! What did I say? Damn.
Harry Potter.
I was like, what? Oh, it's like the Harry Potter thing. Folderol. Does that mean like that shit is lit or something like?
Why would it mean that?
I don't know. Like folderol, it sounds a little bit.
Use
like
it in a sentence, Topher.
Flammable gas. Like, yo, that joint is folderol. Like, I don't know.
Folderol.
Folderol.
I don't know. You guys are
Folderol.
Gloria thinks it's a medicine. Topher thinks it's like that shit is lit. Like that folderol is lit, right? Is that what you're thinking? Right? Okay. Ronnie, your
No,
guess?
I think that lit is folderol, right? Like
joint is folderol. Folderol.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
got
like
it.
That. Like that club is folderol right now.
Folderol.
Ronnie.
Folderol. It's what happens to dominoes when they all fall together.
Good.
They all fall.
Very good. Man, check out that folderol. Dominoes.
The dominoes have folderoled.
No, because you don't have to use dominoes. You just have to say, wow, did you see that folderol? And you know you're referring to dominoes. Heidi.
I think that once upon a time when somebody threw a drink into a crowd, they'd say, folderol.
All right. I see what you did.
Who won?
God, it's just such a weird word. Like, who says that?
I think it's better than yeet.
It's a useless ornament. It's a useless ornament or accessory. What the heck's all this folderol? You might say if you went into someone's room in 1920 and they had stuff all over the walls.
Wow.
What's all this folderol?
So I think I'm almost the closest. Folderol.
Oh my God, our guesses were really bad.
Would you like to hear some synonyms for folderol?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hogwash, claptrap,
Hogwash.
hooey,
I still don't understand that.
drivel, malarkey.
Oh, all right.
Right?
Yep, I know
What's
these.
all
Okay,
this
yep.
hogwash, claptrap, hooey, drivel, and malarkey?
I love malarkey.
Okay,
So
right
like
now I sound 110. Okay, which was my goal. Now we're going to give you a saying.
Just
Go
to
ahead,
be clear,
Heidi. No one won that round.
0, 0, 0, 0.
0, 0. Yes.
Not
yes.
surprised.
So this is a saying: move it or milk it.
Okay, who goes first?
Topher
like
goes
that
first.
saying. I like that. That's like my
Topher
motto.
lit up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I say to the girls at the
Whoa.
club. I'm like, move it or milk it. You know?
That's horrible.
That's
That's really gross.
And it's like straight to the business.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the
It's-
fluff.
it's-
Is that
It's
your
a
guess?
pickup line, straight to the business. Okay.
Mhm, it's a
Okay.
Move it or
pickup
milk
line.
it, baby. Move it or
Yeah,
milk
it's,
it.
it's like an alpha move. It's like a power move, power play. You know,
All right.
Power play. Yeah.
it's a
That's
power
why he
play.
sleeps till
Final
3.
answer.
Ronnie, move it or milk it.
Move it or milk it. Move it or milk it. Like get the fuck out of my way. Like, get the fuck out.
of your way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Move it.
Okay. Gloria.
I had the same idea with Ron though.
That's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Heidi.
I'm leaning. I would say like move it along, or we're gonna milk you. I mean, yeah. I'm
Wait,
with
you
you.
gotta choose. You gotta choose one. That's literally what it means. You're just saying it again. You gotta actually like guess.
Pick up the pace.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to have to give it to all of Ronnie and Gloria and Heidi. That's pretty much it.
Why
All
not
right.
me?
And-
What?
Not a power play, Topher.
It's not a
power play.
But it is.
You should
Imagine-
use it.
Yeah,
I will.
try it.
I
Let us know.
will.
So
Come
if you're
back.
standing next to a woman at a bar and you say move it or milk it, what you mean is just what is it that you want her
How
to
should
do?
it be received?
Well, it depends on them. First of all, it's a power play because I'm coming off strong, right? And they're gonna interpret it how they want to interpret it. They're either gonna be like, "Yo, we hit it off," like Topher, I'm gonna milk it, or she's like, whatever. I'm gonna move it. You know, it's one of those two. It's a power play, and I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna change the definition of it. It's fine.
So
All
the
right.
next thing we know, Topher's in jail because he's gotten into a fight at a bar. He said to some woman, move it or milk it, and the boyfriend came over and just pummeled him.
It'd be a great
Okay.
And he
podcast.
said, "I'll milk it."
It does.
I'm
It
trying to
ju-
imagine.
I mean,
I'm
look,
trying to imagine being in a scenario where somebody comes up next to me and says, "Move it or milk it." And just me thinking to myself, "What? What did you just say? Move
or
it or
you
milk
thinking,
it?"
oh my God, I found the love of my life.
Exactly. There you go.
And said, "I'm gonna milk it."
And
There you
mommy,
go.
mommy, tell us again how you met Daddy. Well, he turned to me. Okay, yeah, no, you guys, Topher was wrong. Ronnie, Gloria, and Heidi were all pretty right.
Okay.
I mean, you know, it's the same as shit or get off the pot. We have heard that expression, yes?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay,
Mhm.
right.
No.
So, and when
You
I was a
haven't?
kid,
Gloria,
I
Really?
haven't heard of it.
no, she hasn't because she's a nice young woman who
There's
grew
decent
up in the
people around her.
Philippines.
you've never heard shit or get off the pot?
No.
What about you, Topher?
No, yeah,
Oh,
Seriously?
really? I'm the only one
Yeah.
who's. All right.
yeah.
I don't
That's
even know
because
what to
you have
say
an
to the
American
two of
dad,
you.
I think, probably, Ronnie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
said that
very
to me
much
this
an
morning.
American sayings. He said
Yeah.
that to you this morning,
Yeah. It says all the time.
He's like this on the bathroom door.
knocking on the
Shit or get
door.
off the pot, Ronnie.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, if we were at a red light and then the light turned green and the person in front of us didn't move right away, my mom would go, move it or milk it. Get going. Come on.
It sounds so sexual. I don't get it. Move it or milk it.
It
Like
means
it doesn't.
either
That's
move
because
your
you're
cow
thinking about
out
I
of
think
the
it's
way.
just you,
Yeah, it's
Topher.
or
about
milk
cow
the cow.
teats.
Exactly.
Not
Because
breast.
milk the cow. How like milk the cow? That doesn't sound like sexual to you. like milk the cow.
Interesting. We're gonna have Topher back for the bestiality conversation.
Yeah,
we're gonna have.
When you ask somebody the question, did you get tubed? What does that mean?
What?
All right, who's up?
You're up first, Ronnie. You should have been first last time, but I screwed up. You're up first.
Would you say it again?
You got tubed.
Bro, did you get tubed?
Did you get tubed?
Oh,
Did you get
I like that term. I like that.
All right, Topher, keep it clean.
Or not.
An enema.
Did you?
What?
Ronnie thinks it's an enema.
Okay.
No.
Gloria?
Did you get tubed?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why the first thing, I don't know what it's called, but the first thing I think about is, like in Recess, the show where the kids play with that little band.
The Chinese finger trap.
I don't know why I thought of that. I just thought of that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So if somebody says, did you get tubed? They're wondering, did you get trapped in a Chinese finger trap? That's what they're asking you. Okay. Possible. Very possible.
It used to happen a lot more back then.
Topher.
I was going to say, it sounds like a tube, like you're sucking. So I was like, did you get sucked? Like, like, yo, you got sucked?
Wait.
This is a family show, Topher.
I am so worried about Topher. I'm so worried about him.
Sorry, it's been a while, COVID, guys. It's been a while.
Kids listen to this, man.
Milk it. That's sexual, right?
Well, that is sexual too. Cows are very thick. They are very thick, big thighs,
right.
Big body individuals.
We're bringing him back.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Yeah, just saying.
Heidi,
sorry for bringing him.
What does the question?
Cows are thick.
Calling someone thick is a compliment now.
It is.
Like, damn, that girl dumb thick. She got a dumpy. Like, wow.
Dumpy.
What?
That's a thing.
Dumpy.
Yeah.
What is that?
A dumpy. That's a thing.
What does it mean,
truck,
though?
Like a
big her
butt.
ass.
Booby,
it's about her ass. Okay.
Booty.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I've never felt so prim and proper in my life. Okay. Well, thank you, Topher. Isn't that interesting?
No
Heidi, what do you believe?
I've lost the thread. Yeah.
Bro, did you get tubed? Oh, honey, it's just a game. Don't think that hard.
I mean, I have to agree with Topher that I'm on the sexual bent where I'm either thinking was condom, a tushy rim job. That's where I'm at. I'm in that.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Tushy rim job.
Wow.
Or I guess, did you have sex? Did you get tubed? Did you get fucked? I guess, or it could be, did you have sex?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go
Okay.
on all of you. Zeros all around.
What?
It's a surfing term. If you get
like
in the tube of the wave, then you're tubed.
Interesting.
Man, he's totally tubed. Oh, I got so tubed on that last wave.
Tubular.
Delete that whole thing.
But I will tell you
it's like a tushy rim job.
Yeah. Heidi, you'll never be able to show your face anywhere now.
I know. I think that was it. It's it, you guys.
Man.
I gotta go.
So I will tell you though, in the vein of what all the rest of you said, that one time there was a boy that I had a crush on for, I don't know, 4 years. And he was giving me a ride home from a party. And I was like, maybe tonight's the night. And he did turn to me, and he was a surfer. And he said, so do you want to get tubed? And I knew what he meant.
Wow. I like that.
And I knew what he meant.
But so that means we're right.
No,
Topher
because no, you're not.
He wasn't saying, do you want to go surfing and get in the tube?
Yeah, you were talking about sex.
He was using it in a way that it was not normally used, nor had it ever been used before or since. I'm just saying.
Well, I like the way he was using it. Just saying.
I know. As far as you know, I'm not agreeing with that story. I mean, agreeing with the story, but not that it's never been used. We've just been validated, Topher. That's all I heard. Validation.
Me too.
Do we have time
this has
for
to be
one
the
more?
last one.
This is the last one.
This will be the last one. Wait, hold on. Should we make it? Oh, we should just make it 1 point. Oh, you know what? We'll make it 2 points so that Topher gets a chance to win.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Let's go.
So this last word is he shined me on.
Okay. Who's up?
Heidi does not get to go first. She always has to go last.
No.
So we're going to go Gloria, Topher, Ronnie, Heidi. Gloria, he shined me on. What does that mean? This is worth 2 points, by the way.
I think it's very like, I don't know. I think about like center stage spotlight. So he like, he made me like the main character.
Oh.
Like, he put the spotlight on me.
Made me the focus.
Yeah, made me the focus.
That's interesting.
Very good. Ronnie. I'm sorry, Topher.
I was going to say it sounds like he shined me on, like he put me on, like it's something you don't know about. And they're like, they are telling you about it and you're like, oh, crap. You know?
Like introduce something new.
Yeah, there you go. Like introduce something new to you.
Okay.
Nothing sexual.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like, I think it's shine. What is it again?
He shined me on.
He shined me on. He was flirting with me.
And Heidi.
I think it's lying to someone.
Oh. They're all really different. Oh,
what? No, like he shined one on. He's not telling me the truth.
Honey, you don't. It means he completely ignored me. He fucking shined me on. Oh, he totally shined her on.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's the same. It's sort of the same as blew me off. He blew me off.
I don't think you're right.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love you, Nelsie, but I think you're wrong on this one.
No, you're.
Shine me on.
Yeah, lights don't do that, though. Like,
to deceive or tell one a lie is what I'm seeing here. Wow.
Yeah,
not in Southern California. Not in Southern California in 1972. What does it mean to get shined on? Well, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Heidi.
So Heidi wins.
What does shine mean? Wow. All right. So Heidi's the winner. And thank you all for playing. Thank you all for playing.
No second place, third, fourth, whatever. It's fine.
Well, you're fourth, Topher.
What?
You are fourth.
And Ronnie and Gloria tied for second. So
how many did I get?
Why am I fourth then? I'm third.
You have 1 point, Topher.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Well, I'm third.
You're third.
Yep.
You're third.
You're last. That's all that matters.
Heidi's got 4 points. Ronnie and Gloria have 2, and you, Topher, got 1. But God bless you.
I just like to say thank you for having me on. It's been amazing.
The 2-1 was wrong too. That was definitely about sex. So was the move it or milk it. I don't know.
Everything was about sex.
Oh,
this is
my God.
ridiculous
Topher,
game.
you have just got to get some. That's all I can say. You have just got to get some.
I'll put your Instagram down in the description.
I'm
all
trying.
the girls.
It's just a very lonely world. If you guys want to help out,
yeah, let's do that.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye, girls.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Father doesn't recognize you. Find your joy when you're spooning with a stranger and they won't let you kiss them. Find your joy when your house reeks of weed and your kids hallucinating. Find your joy. Find your joy when you're sick of dick and skimpy, when your dog likes Jiffy. Find your joy.
You've been listening to the What If Nothing's Wrong podcast with Heidi Haddad, LCSW, Nelsie Spencer, that's me, and Ronnie Whaley. Tweet us and join Heidi's weekly AMAs on Twitter at Heidi L. Haddad, or tweet the What If Nothing's Wrong podcast at WINW Pod. That's at WINW Pod on Twitter. You can also email us at whatifnothingswrong@gmail.com. The What If Nothing's Wrong podcast is produced and edited by the amazing Ronnie Whaley.